Hello students, in this video I am going to start with the second unit, which is the marginal costing. So let us know first what is the marginal costing. Marginal costing is that when the company produces extra units than what it is normally producing, for that extra cost occurs. For that extra cost, what we can call it is as marginal costing. So here, whatever the amount of company wants to do the production, on that, suppose the company wants to produce more than that what normally it is producing. If it want to produce more than that, in that case the company has to spend some extra amount. That is called as what? The variable cost. So that extra cost can be called as what? The marginal costing. So here there are two techniques used in ascertaining the cost, which is, in that first one comes absorption costing and second one is the marginal costing. So what is the absorption costing? Absorption costing also can be known as a traditional costing. So in this, the costs are classified on the basis of its function. So like how many units it is going to produce, on that basis it is going to be identified. It's a principle whereby the fixed as well as variable cost are allocated to the cost units and the total overheads observed according to the activity done. So in this absorption cost, they are going to consider both the things, fixed as well as the variable cost, to find out the cost of that particular product. So it is a practice under which cost, whether the fixed and the variable cost, are charged to proportion the process or the production. So in this case, in the absorption case, they are going to consider the both absorption. They are going to consider the both, which is the fixed cost and the variable cost. About fixed cost and the variable cost, we have studied in the flexible budget itself. Fixed cost are nothing but which are going to be fixed. Whatever the amount of units you might have produced, it will remain same. That cost remains same, it won't change. For example, it may be the rent, or if you purchase any of the machinery, once you are going to pay, and on that any amount, any units you can produce at the company. So that is called as what? The fixed cost. Variable cost means how you people, like how the company how the company increase or decreases the production. Based on that, the consumption of those products or the raw materials also or the consumption of raw materials also increase or decrease. For that we can call it as what? The variable cost. So that, see, these both the things, variable cost as well as fixed cost, both are going to take into the consideration in case of the absorption costing. But in case of the marginal costing, it is a technique where it is going to be ascertained by the differentiating between the fixed cost and the variable cost. So here, the fixed cost and the variable cost of the marginal cost and of the effect of the profit on charge on the value of the at the time of the output. So when the output produces, at that time it is going to get to know what is the marginal cost. I will explain you with one example. So for example, suppose the company is going to produce, consider like a 200 units, right? Suppose the company is going to produce 200 units. To produce 200 units, the company is going to spend how much? 400 rupees it is going to spend. In that case, it is what the cost and it is a production it have been done. Suppose the company thought of producing 210 units. 200 at that time, suppose the company wants to produce 210 units, means in that case the cost increases, because suppose if it increases its production to the 10 units, in that case consider like the production cost will be 450. So when the company is producing 200 units, the cost was 200, but when the company is going to produce 210 units, in that case the cost is 450. So the difference between these two will be what? The 50 rupees. This 50 rupee itself can be called as what? The marginal costing. So this 50 rupee caused because of the variable cost. I hope you are understanding, like Variable cost means whatever the raw materials they have been used. Consider to produce 200 consider to produce 200 units. The company have been used how much? The might be 350 units of raw materials, and worth rupees 50 is a fixed cost. But when the company is going to produce 210 units, the company might have used the 400 units of raw materials and the 50 rupees of fixed cost. So here the fixed cost remains same, but the variable cost difference here, the 450 and the 450, what it comes extra itself can be called as what? The marginal costing. So let us see what is the difference between the marginal costing and the absorption costing. So here in the absorption costing, decision making is the based on the profit. On the basis of the profit, decision will be done in case of the absorption costing, and in case of the marginal costing, based on the contribution, the company is going to make the decisions. And next one comes the cost data shows the profit from each product. So it is going to include fixed as well as variable both. So the cost data shows the profit from each and every unit, but here the cost data is presented to show only contribution from each product. Contribution is nothing but what we got extra, so that it is going to show, which is 50 rupees. Already I have given the example here that 50 rupees nothing but the contribution. And next one comes, it doesn't establish the relationship between the sales and the profit. So here there will be no relationship between the sales and the profit, but in case of the marginal costing, there will be a relation between the sale and the profit. So these are the difference between the absorption costing and the marginal costing. So when we are going to calculate the marginal costing with the various techniques, before that we have to ascertain the profit first. So why it is necessary to ascertain the profit means what is our common profit or the normal or the casual profit. First we should know about that, and then based on that how much extra profit the company have been earned, that we have to find out in the problem. So first we have to calculate what is the normal profit the company have been earned. For that we have to calculate the profit. So here it is a statement of marginal costing by which we can calculate the profit of the particular product. So here first one comes sales. We have to take the sales. In that sales we have to deduct the variable cost. So in the sales, if we deduct the variable cost, what we will get is contribution, what extra we have contributed, right? And then in the contribution again we have to less the fixed cost. So then we will get what? The profit. So this is the statement of the marginal costing, or it is the calculation of the profit. And next, so next one comes the break-even analysis. Break-even analysis means, let us know what is the meaning of the break-even analysis, where the total cost equals to the total sales. Total sales, that can be called as what? The break-even analysis. So whatever the total cost incurred in the production of one unit, which will be equal to the selling price of that particular unit, such situation can be called as what? The break-even point we can call it as. So here it helps to determine the portable profit at any level of the activity. So how much profit we have earned, that we can understand by this way. And this is the analysis. This analysis also can be called as what? The cost volume profit analysis also we can call it as. So let us see what all the techniques are going to be used in the marginal costing. So the first thing what we are going to find out, what technique we are going to use is the PV ratio, which is first what we are going to calculate is the PV ratio, which is the profit volume ratio. So here in the profit volume ratio, it shows the relationship between the sale volume and the contribution. So here we are going to consider the two things, which is the contribution as well as sales. So to calculate the PV ratio, we got the formula like PV ratio equals to contribution divided by sales into 100. So here we will get the percentage. So next one comes, or else another formula is there, which is the PV ratio equals to change in the profit into 100 divided by the change in the sales, or change in the profit divided by change in the sales into 100. Here also we are going to calculate the percentage itself, which means PV ratio we are going to calculate with these formulas. But this formula will be used when in the problem when they have given the information about the two different years. In that case, this formula is supposed to be used, because we have mentioned here as what the change in the profit. Change in the profit means difference between the 2 years profit. Change in the sales means difference between the sales of a 2 years. So that we have to consider this formula has to be used when they have given the 2 years data in the problem. And second technique comes the break-even analysis. So what is the break-even analysis means? It refers to the level of the activity at which there is no profit as well as there is no loss, which means whatever the production cost will be there, it will be equal to the sales cost. So this technique is going to helpful to the management to deciding the level of the activity, and it must engage for the making for the profit also. So in this break-even analysis, how the break-even point is going to find out means fixed cost divided by PV ratio. This is the one formula, or else instead of this formula, you can use the another formula like the fixed cost into sales divided by contribution. Any of these two formula you can use to calculate the break-even sales for cost purpose. With these two formulas, we are going to calculate what the cost, not on the unit. But to calculate the unit, there is another formula like the break-even sales equals to break-even sales equals to break-even sales divided by selling price per unit. So that we have to calculate whatever the percentage we have calculated by using these two formula, that we have to take here. Break-even sales, whatever we have calculated by using these two formulas, we have to take here divided by selling price per unit we have to take. So then we will get the break-even sales per unit. Remember, this formula will be used for to calculate the per unit, and these two formulas will be used for the purpose of what? To calculate the cost of break-even sales. And next one comes margin of the safety. So what is the margin of the safety means? It is it shows the difference between the actual sales and the break-even sales. This is this extent of the sales on which the company is going to generate the profit. So on that basis, the company is going to ascertain what profit it is going to get in a future. So here, to calculate the margin of safety, we have got the formula like margin of safety equals to total profit divided by PV ratio, or margin of the safety equals to total sales minus break-even sales. So any of the formula can be used to calculate the cost only. Remember these two formula, which is the total profit divided by PV ratio or total sales minus break-even sales. These two formulas can be used in case of the margin of safety only for the purpose of to find out the cost, not for the units. To calculate the unit also, there is another formula, which is margin of safety equals to total profit divided by contribution per unit. So with this formula we can calculate what the unit. To calculate the margin of safety of unit, again we have the another formula like margin of safety equals to total sales minus break-even sales. With these two formula, we can calculate what the the margin of safety. So these are the techniques we are going to use when we are going to calculate the marginal cost. So in the next video, we will see the one problem. Hello students, in this video, I am going to solve one problem on the marginal costing. So let us go through the problem first. From the following information of the factory, calculate break-even point and the margin of safety. So what all the information they have given means the fixed cost is 4 lakh, selling cost per unit is 20, variable expenses per unit is 10, and the budgeted output is 80,000 units here. So here they have given the information for the fixed cost. Directly they have given the amount which is 4 lakh, but for the sales and for the variable cost they have given the information for per product. So here per unit amount they have given. So this thing we have to convert into what the total amount. How we can convert is, so they told like they have been produced how much 80,000 units. So if they have produced 80,000 units means what will be the selling cost? The selling cost will be 20 per unit. 20 per unit means 80,000 into 20, we will get the 16 lakh. Likewise, for the variable also, 10 rupees into 80 units, we will get the 10 rupees into 80,000 units, we will get the 8 lakh rupees. So by this way, we have to find out the sales and the variable cost. So let us start the solving the problem. So first of all, we have to calculate the profit, which is the here is the calculation of profit. So here first one comes like a sales. Already I have given you the format. According to that format, we have to take the sales first. So sales is how much? They have given the information of 1 unit. Let us convert into 80 units. 20 into 80, how much we will get? 16 lakh we will get. And then next, less variable cost. Per unit cost is 10 rupees. So per unit cost is 10 rupees means 10 into 80,000 units, we will get how much? 8 lakh rupees. So then if we deduct from the sales and the variable cost, we will get the contribution. So here the in unit 20 minus 10, it will be 10 will be the contribution units, and then 16 lakh minus 8 lakh, it will be 8 lakh is the contribution amount here. And then in the contribution, we have to deduct the fixed cost. Fixed cost they have given here how much? 4 lakh rupees. 4 lakh rupees also we have taken here. So in the contribution, if we deduct the fixed cost, the contribution is 8 lakh minus 4 lakh, it will be 4 lakhs rupees is the profit, right? And then next, let us calculate the calculation of a PV ratio. So to calculate the PV ratio, we have got the two formulas, like the PV ratio equals to contribution divided by sales into 100, and another formula is PV ratio equals to change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. So here the first formula will be appropriate, because the second formula will be used only when in the problem they have given the information of 2 different years. Such kind of problems we will solve in the next classes. But here let us take the first formula, which is the PV ratio equals to contribution divided by sales into 100. So what is the contribution over here? It is 8 lakh divided by sales means how much? It is 16 lakh. So 8 lakh divided by 16 lakh into 100, we will get how much? 50% PV ratio we will get. And then next, let us see the calculation of break-even point. To calculate the break-even point also, there will be 2 formulas. I will show you with both the formulas. Both answers will be same. So here the first formula is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So fixed cost is how much? Already we have seen how much it was. The 4 lakh. 4 lakh divided by PV ratio is 50,000. So here 4 lakh divided by 50%, it will be 8 lakh rupees only. That we have, that 8 lakh rupees we have taken over here. And similarly with the another formula, which is the break-even sales equals to fixed cost into sales divided by contribution. Fixed cost is 4 lakh and the sales will be 16 lakh rupees. 4 lakh into 16 lakh divided by the contribution is how much? 8 lakh rupees. If we do the calculation of this, means for that also we will get the same answer, which is the 8 lakh. And then next, let us calculate the break-even sales for the units. So to calculate for break-even sales for the unit, what formula we got is break-even sales divided by selling price per unit. So break-even sales is how much? 8 lakh rupees. Already we have calculated here. Either this, we have taken 8 lakh rupees. Selling price per unit, already we have given in the problem, it was how much? 20. 20, that also we have taken. So here 8 lakh divided by 20, it will be 40,000 units we will get. Similarly, let us calculate the calculation of a margin of safety. To calculate the margin of safety, again we have got the 2 formulas. Let us calculate with both the formula, right? So here margin of safety equals to total profit divided by PV ratio. So total profit is how much? Already we have calculated the profit. It is around, it is the here we have calculated the profit 4 lakh rupees, right? So the same 4 lakh rupees we have taken here divided by PV ratio. So if we do in that case 4 lakh divided by 50%, we will get how much? 8 lakh rupees. The same 8 lakh I have mentioned here, right? And similarly with the another formula, which is the total sales minus break-even sales. Total sales in the problem they have given, like we have calculated the total sales, which is 80,000 into 20 rupees selling price per unit, right? So that if we calculated that, we got how much? 16 lakh minus break-even sales. Break-even sales also we have been calculated. Like we got how much the break-even sales? Break-even sales 8 lakh rupees, that we have taken. 16 lakh minus 8 lakh, we will get how much? Again 8 lakh itself, right? And then let us calculate the margin of safety over here. Total profit, margin of safety for the units, which will be, the formula will be total profit divided by contribution per unit. So total profit was how much? 4 lakh rupees. Already we have calculated in the last page. So which is 4 lakh rupees that we have taken, and contribution per unit, that also we have calculated over here. It is 10, right? So that we have taken. So here 4 lakh divided by 10, it will be 40 units. Similarly with the another formula, which is the margin of safety equals to total sales minus break-even sales. Total sales was how much? Already we have calculated. Total sales in units that we are supposed to take here. Total sales in units we are supposed to take, and the break-even sales also, that also we have to take in the sales. In unit we have taken, it is 80,000. 80,000 how we get means, in the problem itself they have mentioned like 80,000 unit of sales they have done. So that 80,000 we have taken over here, and minus break-even sales is 40,000. Break-even sales per unit is break-even sales for unit will be 40,000 units they have produced, which is the 40,000 we have taken. So 80,000 minus 40,000, we will get the 40,000 units only. Hello everyone, here I am going to solve another problem on the marginal costing. First let us go through the problem. From the following details, ascertain profit, break-even sales and margin of safety. So particulars what are they have given is, fixed cost is 5 lakh, variable cost is rupees 10 per unit, and selling price is 15 per unit, and output is 1,75,000 units. So with these informations we are supposed to calculate the break-even sales, margin of safety and the profit. First let us start with the calculation of a profit. So to calculate the profit, first let's take the sales, which is how much? 26 lakh 25,000. How it is means, they have given the per unit information, which is 15 per unit. If we convert into the total amount of total output, means 15 into 1,75,000, we will get how much? 26 lakh 25,000, right? And then similarly variable cost also they have given the information for 1 unit. So for 1 unit it have taken 10 rupees. Over 10 rupees. So if you multiply it with the total output, means 10 into 1,75,000, it will be 17,50,000 we will get. So by deducting the variable cost with the sales, we will get the contribution. So 15 minus 10, it is 5 is the contribution of units, and 26,25,000 minus 17,50,000, it will be 8,75,000. It is the total amount of contribution is how much? 5 lakhs rupees. Sorry, it is contribution of how much? 8,75,000. So in 8,75,000, let us deduct the fixed cost. Fixed cost, what amount they have given here? It is 5 lakh. So 8,75,000 minus 5 lakh, it will be 3,75,000, right? So next let us start the calculation of a PV ratio. To calculate the PV ratio, we got the formula like the contribution divided by sales into 100. So what is the contribution? Already we have calculated over here. It is 8,75,000, right? So 8,75,000 divided by 26,25,000 is the sales. So if we calculate that, we will get the amount how much? 33.333. Let me show. 8,75,000 divided by 26,25,000 into 100 means we will get 33.333. So we have taken only 2 decimals over here. So next, let us calculate the break-even sales. To calculate the break-even sales, we got the formula like fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So here fixed cost is how much? 5 lakh. Already we have seen it is 5 lakh that we have taken, divided by PV ratio, which is 33.333. So let me show you. 5 lakh divided by 33.33 percentage, it will be, see here, 15 lakh 150.015 it will be, right? So let me take the full decimal points, then let's see what will be the answer. So 5 lakh divided by 33.33333, whatever we got, which is percentage, here 15 lakh we will get completely, 15 lakh point 00015 we will get. So ultimately the answer will be 15 lakh only. So let us calculate with the another formula also. Fixed cost into sales divided by contribution. What is the fixed cost over here? 5 lakh, and the sales is 26,25,000 divided by the contribution is 8,75,000. So here let us calculate that also. Let me show, like 5 lakh divided by 8,75,000, it will be how much? This much we will get, 0.5714 something into 26,25,000. If we do, we will get 14,99,999.999. So ultimately, if you take the round figure, it will be 15 lakh only that we have taken, right? And next, let us calculate the break-even sales for units. So what is the formula? Break-even sales divided by selling price per unit. What is the break-even sales? Already we have calculated, which is 15 lakh that we have taken, divided by 15. 15 lakh divided by 15, it will be, divided by 15, it will be 1 lakh. 1 lakh units we have taken, right? So next, let us calculate the calculation of margin of safety. To calculate the margin of safety, we got the formula like the total profit divided by PV ratio. Total profit already we have calculated, which is 3,75,000, right? So here 3,75,000 divided by 33.333. So here also, if you have taken the complete decimal, you will get this figure, 11,25,000. Sorry, 11,25,000. Otherwise, you will get 11,25,113. So depending upon the decimals, the answer little bit answer is going to little bit vary, right? So here 3,75,000 divided by 33.33, it will be 11,25,113 we will get. So similarly with the another formula, which is total sales minus break-even sales. Total sales is 26 lakh 25,000 minus break-even sales is 15 lakh. Already we have calculated the break-even sales in a previous page. So the amount will be 11,25,000 only, right? And then let us calculate the margin of safety per unit also. To calculate the margin of safety per unit, the formula is like this: total profit divided by contribution per unit. Total profit was 3,75,000 divided by the contribution per unit. Contribution per unit already we have calculated here, that we have taken, and so here the contribution per total profit is 3,75,000. 3,75,000 divided by 5, you will get 75,000 units. Similarly with the another formula also, total sales minus break-even sales. Total sales is how much? 1,75,000 units. Here we are not supposed to take the amount, concentrate. Here we are supposed to take the units only, because we are going to calculate what? The units, right? 1,75,000 minus 1 lakh rupees, which is 1 lakh, which is the break-even sales. units. So here we will get the 75,000 only. So here in the margin of safety as well as break-even sales, we need not to calculate with the both the formula. Any one of the formula you can follow. So for your information, I have shown you with the both the formulas. Hello students. In this video, I am going to teach you another variety of problem under the marginal costing. So in such variety of problems, in the problem it may ask you to calculate the sales. So here they will give the profit amount. Based on that, I mean to say, to earn that much of profit, how much sales has to be done. So that in that case, we are supposed to find out what the sales. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನ ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಬೈ ದ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ದೆನ್? To calculate the sales in rupees, this is the formula: sales equals to desired profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Or else, instead of that, you can use another formula to calculate the sales in rupees: break-even sales in rupees plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. So by using these two formula, we can calculate what the sales amount we can calculate over here, right? But when we are going to calculate the sales units, in that case we are supposed to use this formula, which is sales desired profit plus fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So this can be used for the calculation of units. So let us see one problem which is relates to this formulas. So here it is a problem. Let us go through the problem. From the following information, calculate PV ratio, break-even sales, margin of safety, profit rupees 20,000. Find the sales. So here they have mentioned what the profit they have mentioned over here. So to earn 20,000 rupees of a profit, how much sales has to be done? So we have to find out here what sales, right? So what are the details they have given means fixed cost is 18,000, variable cost per unit is 14, selling price per unit is 20, output is 5,000 units sold. So these are the informations they have given. Based on this information, first let us calculate the profit. So to calculate the profit, first we have to take the sales. Sales here they have given what the selling price is 20 per unit. So here they have given per unit. So we have to convert into the total amount for 5,000 units. So 5,000 into 20, we will get how much? 1 lakh. That 1 lakh we have taken here, and per unit is 20 as it is we have taken. Next, minus variable cost. Variable cost is 14 per unit that we have taken under the per unit column, and then 14 into 5,000, it will be 70,000 that we have taken into the rupees column. And next, let's deduct the variable cost into the sales. So here it is sales is 20 and variable cost is 14. So the contribution will be 6. 20 minus 14, it will be 6. So here 1 lakh minus 70,000, it will be 30,000 rupees of a contribution the company have been done. Next, fixed cost. So fixed cost we have to deduct into the contribution. What is the contribution over here? 30,000. In the 30,000, let us deduct the fixed cost, which is rupees 18,000. 30,000 minus 18,000, we will get the profit of is how much? 12,000 of profit we have got here. Next, let us calculate the PV ratio. So to calculate the PV ratio, we have got the formula contribution divided by sales into 100. What is the contribution? Already we have calculated here, which is 30,000 that we have taken. 30,000 divided by sales is how much? 1 lakh rupees that we have taken into 100. So if we do, we will get how much? 30% of a PV ratio. Next, calculation of break-even sales. To calculate the break-even sales, we got the formula like fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost divided by PV ratio, right? So what is the fixed cost? Already they have mentioned in the problem, it is 18,000 that we have taken. PV ratio we find out here, which is 30%. 18,000 into 30%, it will be how much? 60,000 rupees. So in the same way, we have to calculate the break-even sales also. To calculate the break-even sales, we got the formula like break-even sales in rupees divided by selling price per unit. So break-even sales per unit break-even sales in rupees is how much? Already we calculated, which is 60,000 that we have taken. Selling price per unit already they have given in the problem, which is 20, right? So that also we have taken. 60,000 divided by 20, it will be 3,000 units. Next, let us calculate the calculation of margin of safety. To calculate the margin of safety, the formula is total profit divided by PV ratio. What is the total profit? Already we find out here, which is 12,000. 12,000 divided by PV ratio is 30%. 12,000 divided by 30%, we will get how much? 40,000. It is the margin of safety in rupees. And next, margin of safety in units means total profit divided by contribution per unit. Total profit is already we know, which is 12,000 divided by contribution per unit is 6. So 12,000 divided by 6, it will be 2,000 units. 2,000 units is the margin of safety. Next, let us calculate the sales. So here already we have told you the formula to calculate the sales, which is the desired profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So here desired profit is already they have mentioned in the problem, which is 20,000. That 20,000 we have taken, plus fixed cost is 18,000, that also we have taken, divided by 30% is what? The PV ratio that we have taken. So ultimately we will get how much? 1,26,667 is the 67 rupees is the sales. And next, sales in unit means desired profit plus fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Desired profit is how much? 20,000 plus 18,000 divided by 6. It will be, the total will be 6,333 units we have got. So this is how we have to calculate the sales when in the problem they give the profit. So students, here it is another problem on the marginal costing. Let us go through the problem here. From the following information, calculate PV ratio, break-even point in terms of units and rupees. Number of units to be sold to earn a profit of rupees 90,000. 90,000. Fixed cost 72,000 rupees. Variable cost is 15 per unit. Selling price is 24 per unit. So this is the information they have given. But in this information, the thing is, here they have mentioned nowhere mentioned about what the total output. So here when they have not mentioned any total output, we have to calculate only with the units. So here also they have given the selling price per unit and the variable cost per unit, but only fixed cost in total amount they have given. To convert these two into the total amount, they have not mentioned the total output. If they have given the total output, means we would have multiplied with the per unit rate and we would have got the total rupees. So here, as they have not given the total output, let us calculate the contribution. Why I am telling you the contribution is, to calculate the profit we need all the amount into the rupees. Here they have mentioned in a per unit, so that is the reason we have to calculate only the contribution over here. So let us start the calculation of a contribution. So first one comes sales. To find out the contribution, we got the formula is the sales minus variable cost. Sales is how much? 24 rupees per unit and the variable cost is 15 rupees per unit. 24 minus 15, it will be 9, which is the contribution, right? So then let us calculate the calculation of PV ratio here. To calculate the PV ratio, we got the formula like the contribution divided by sales into 100. So what is the contribution here, which is 9, already we have find out, divided by the 24, which is the sales they have done, into 100. We will get how much? 37.5% is what the PV ratio. Next, let us calculate the break-even sales. So when we are going to calculate the break-even sales, we got the formula like the break-even sales equals to fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So here fixed cost is how much? Already they have mentioned in the problem, which is 72,000 rupees that we have taken, 72,000 rupees. And then PV ratio is 37.5 that we have taken. So 72,000 divided by 37.5 percentage, it will be 1,92,900. Next, similarly, we have to calculate the break-even sales also for units. To calculate the break-even sales for unit, we got the formula is the break-even sales in rupees divided by selling price per unit. So that is the reason break-even sales per unit is already we have calculated here, which is 1,92,000 that we have taken divided by selling price per unit is 24, right? So that also we have taken 1,92,000 divided by 24, it will be 8,000 units, right? Next, let's calculate the calculation of sales. Here we are not going to calculate the margin of safety. Why we are not going to calculate the margin of safety means, however, they have not given the any of the total output. So that is the reason we cannot find out the profit for the particular thing. In that case, to calculate the margin of safety, we got the formula like total profit divided by PV ratio, or else total sales minus break-even sales. Here we cannot calculate the total profit also and the total sales also, as they have not given the total output or the total sales. So here we are not going to calculate what the margin of safety. Then let us calculate the calculation of sales. So here they have told you to calculate the sales for how much. If the company wants to earn 90,000 rupees of a profit, means how much sales the company has to do. So here, what is the formula to calculate the sales? Sales in rupees equals to desired profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Desired profit already they have mentioned 90,000 that we have taken, plus fixed cost is how much? 72,000 already they have given in the problem that also. So divided by 37.5 percentage. If we calculate this thing, means we will get how much? 4,32,000. We will get what the sales rupees. And then similarly, let us calculate the sales in unit also. To calculate the sales in unit, the formula is desired profit plus fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Desired profit, as they have given in the problem, it is 90,000 plus fixed cost, which is 72,000 we have taken, and divided by contribution per unit. Contribution we find out here, which is 9. That 9 we have taken. If we calculate this one, means we will get how much? 18,000 units.